All right, so it's morning. I can honestly say mornings is not something I'm strong with. Sometimes I wish that we could just skip the morning and do afternoon and evening. I think if it was up to me in my life, I would be up at noon, and that's about it. But it's not the way it works, does it? You know, usually I'm trying to be in the pool at 5:30 in the morning. Yikes! Today I didn't make it. But anyway, just some thoughts today. I was thinking. I think that sometimes we all think things in our heads and we don't say them, and that's a really good thing, you know, for processing and thinking about things. But, I think that one thing that I was thinking about this morning is sometimes, I watch friends or family or even people, in our church, and you know, they struggle with things, and I mean, me and Amy, we carry a lot. We're doing a lot right now. But I think the reason that we're able to do a lot and carry a lot is because we've gone through things where before it wasn't as much, but it feels like it is. Like, I guess I'm not describing myself too well this morning because it's morning, but I'll give you an example. I see people struggling to come to church and they don't even have any kids, and they're like, oh, I'm struggling to get up in the morning, and oh, this is so hard. And I'm thinking, on the inside, I'm thinking, dude, I got 6 kids now. I don't have them all living with me right now, but at one point we had 6 with fostering children. Sometimes we had 7 kids, and being a pastor, we got to church early, so it's hard to have grace for that, because you're like, dude, don't have any kids. And you can't dwell on that. You just get bitter and all that stuff. But I remember when we first had Abrina, which is our oldest daughter, and having our first child, and feeling overwhelmed with that. Struggling to get to church, although we did early in the morning. I was still pastoring at that point, but I remember struggling with those little things. But they felt big back then, and for me, it's like, even now, the things that you would call, big school bus, don't cut me off. Even now, the things that are heavy feel the same. What we're dealing with and what we dealt with one child is the same feeling. So we've got a lot going on. Amy is working on her master's degree, and she just got done working part-time, and she's doing book work for the church. I'm working full-time with the church. Got a lot of stuff that I'm doing at home because Amy is really busy. My wife is really busy. So, I think that we're probably around the busiest that we've ever been. And, it can come across as heavy, but, we don't let it be. We just do our best to cast our cares on the Lord and take it one step at a time. So, I don't know, just some thoughts this morning that, we have to deal with life is hard a lot, but as long as we're with the Lord, it feels lighter. And I'm thinking, like, I'm a swimmer. Not doing good today because I was supposed to swim this morning and I slept in, but I'm going to do it during my lunch hour, but we don't want to talk about that. But I swim 1 mile, sometimes 2 miles a day. I could never do that if I didn't start out with just swimming a lap or two. 1 mile is like 36 laps, which is up and back, 72 lengths. That's a kind of a long ways, but I could have never gone the long ways unless I'd done the shorter distances. So that's kind of what I'm feeling about life this morning. Jesus said, my yoke is easy, burden is light. That kind of idea. I don't think it's too early for me to quote scripture because I'm tired, but that's kind of the idea, that life can be heavy, but if we just keep giving our concerns to the Lord, trusting Him, and doing the best that we can, it gets better. So I'm not sure where you guys are at, but life probably feels heavy. It does here and there. We go through seasons that are hard, but just push through, keep giving all that stuff to the Lord, and let Him take care of it, and it'll be good. And I think that if you're young, you'll look back when you're older, like me, look back and think, man, that wasn't that such a big deal, but it probably felt a big deal, and you're probably dealing with stuff right now that's kind of a big deal. But you know what? God is always bigger. All right. So those are my thoughts in the morning. It's 20 after 7. I need to get into the office this morning. But anyway, there we go.